Alright, this is Galaga 90 for the Turbografx 16. Now, I started the game with a little bit of a secret. And when you start the game, when you first turn on your Turbografx, hold up on the D-pad and then hit the run button. When you start the game that way, you'll have a little red pill to select your ship. And what that does is, after the first round, after you kill the last enemy, you get an upgrade. And you want to make sure that it's not one of those green or purple dudes, because of that. See how I missed one? It's after you kill the last enemy that you get the upgrade, and you don't want to miss it because you killed one of those green or purple dudes. But once you get the red pill, you get the fully upgraded ship, which is fucking awesome. You just feel so much more superior tearing through it when you have the fully upgraded ship. It's so much easier to just blast all the aliens. And you can start the game with the dual ships and then get that upgrade, but that's a waste. When you start the game with 2 ships, it takes away one of your extra ships down there on the bottom left, and you don't want to do that. So when you use the secret little pill method, make sure you pick the single ship to start off with for maximum extra lifeage. Because there's no continues in this game. Now you can get the 3-shot maxed out ship the Galaga way, where you let one of the enemies abduct your ship and then you recapture it. So if you start out with 1 ship, you can do that, and then you'll have the dual shot, and then you can go up to 3 shots. Now this game is a lot of fun. I think it looks amazing. Like, the colors are just so bright and vibrant. I don't know if it translates well onto YouTube, but it's a very colorful game. And later on, when we get into some of the later levels, there will be music, and it's really catchy. I love these sounds. Like, these sounds are just what video games are to me. Now, you've heard me talking about this on the Mondo Coolcast and maybe in some other videos. I absolutely love this game. Right now, you're probably thinking, hey, JerryTerrifying, what are you doing? Did you have to go take a pee-pee break? Why aren't you shooting? Well, I'll tell you after this catchy song. Boom! Secret bonus, 10,000 points. I think what the point is that the space bugs were giving you a show. That was Galactic dancing, and you'd be kind of a prick to interrupt that with your blasting. It's kind of a little trick. Also, it's pretty easy to shoot all 40 ships with the fully upgraded ship. But, you know, if you're in one of those Galactic dancing stages and you've only got, you know, the single ship, it's pretty hard to get all 40 of them. So you can just sit back, enjoy the show, and get the same amount of points you would have got for getting every alien. Something to keep in mind if you're one of the old school gamers that gives a shit about points. I've never been one that cares about high scores, especially on a system that doesn't save them. Yes, I know that some games on the Turbografx do save your high scores and game data, but I don't have a Turbo Booster Plus or a Turbo CD or Turbo Duo. I do have a turbo booster, which is how I capture this, so I do have composite video. Some people think you can only get RF with the Turbografx 16. That's not true. I did manage to get a turbo booster, just not the turbo booster plus, which lets you save games, which would be amazing, because I would love to play through Newtopia without having to write down codes. I hate codes. I love the space music in the background. And like I said, these sound effects just... You hear them and you think, this is a video game. Like, these are video game sound effects. I don't think I've ever beaten a side-scrolling or vertical-scrolling space shooter, but if I ever do, it'll be this game, because I've sunk hours and hours into it, and every time you play, you memorize a little bit further into the game. And you're like, okay, that killed me then, so I gotta make sure to, you know, not dick up there. This is just an amazing game. If you have a Turbografx 16, you need to own this. This is one of the best Turbografx games I've personally played. And this is just one of the best games I've played in general. I am a Galaga fanatic. Up until the time I bought Ninja Golf for the Atari 7800, my default Atari game was Galaga for the 7800. Yeah, it is a bitch playing this game with just the single ship. You really need the dual, if not the fully maxed out ship. Now, like I said, you can do that again and have the fully upgraded ship back. I don't know if I managed to do that in this capture. It's been months since I've recorded this, honestly. But I love all the colors. I think the graphics in this are pretty damn stunning. And the gameplay is fantastic. I believe I was lucky enough to play Galaga on an arcade cabinet back in the day. Now, wasn't that amazing? Wouldn't you feel like a colossal dick if you interrupted that show by blasting them all to death? You get the same amount of points, and you get to enjoy a little bit of musical entertainment. The bottom line is, I love this game, and I give it a super enthusiastic Mondo Cool. If you can't tell that I love this game already. There are multiple paths to go through the game, and I believe it has to do with those little blue warp pills that you get. Once you get 2 and then beat a level, you warp different paths. I'm not exactly sure how that works, honestly. I pretty much play through the same way every time, but a couple of times I've taken different paths. So even after you do beat the game, if you kick that much ass to be able to do that, there is still a little bit of replayability because you can go through and take different paths. And I believe there's, you know, different bosses along the way and different challenge. think I'm waiting to see if he will try to abduct me, but it's not happening, so I already hit him once. So, that sucked. It's like I said, I cannot play without the dual shot at least. So, that was Galaga 90 for the Turbografx 16. Highly, highly, highly recommended. If you have to download it on the Wii Virtual Console, hey, that's acceptable, but I prefer to use the original hardware. Plus, the Turbografx 16 has turbo built into the controllers, which is awesome and comes in extremely handy in this game. You will get tired thumbs if you play this without turbo. I love the little musical dance numbers. As always, I got more videos, reviews, and probably podcasts coming on along the way. So please rate, comment, and subscribe.